In 1919, World War I was coming to an end, but there was a more vicious, deadly, and unstoppable force that was about to hit: the influenza pandemic. This viral disease had no mercy, wiping out anyone who came in contact with it. The flu pandemic was so lethal because it could be passed on through the air, and soldiers could carry it to other countries. It also was spread through cars, buses, trade routes, and shipping lines traveling at the time. At the time of the pandemic, there was no cure or any sort of known treatment for the flu, so it was able to spread and kill more rapidly. The first recorded case of the flu was in Camp Funston, in the United States Army base. The first case led to many other cases, and it was spread all throughout North America and found its way into Europe, Asia, Africa, Brazil, and the South Pacific. The influenza pandemic killed within the first 48 hours of feeling symptoms. These symptoms came out of the blue and was almost impossible to predict its arrival. Some of these painful symptoms included vicious pneumonia, mahogany spots, and affliction of the lungs caused the alveoli, a tiny air sac to fill with fluid which deprived the victim of oxygen and drowned them from the fluid filling the lungs. The disease also caused people's skin to turn the color of wet ashes before they die. Around 2.5 of the world's population died from this horrific disease, and 500 million people were infected with the flu. The symptoms of the influenza virus is a prime factor in why the virus was so deadly and detrimental to a human's health. The influenza pandemic was more deadly than the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death, which killed 50 million people, which was 6% of the population in Europe in the 14th century. The flu left a scarring memory after the pandemic the world would never forget. This disease showed the world that it was not as medically advanced as people thought, which led to a need for an advancement in medicine. And sure enough, this deadly virus did lead to an advancement in medicine to counteract the virus.